At it again, and we got to talk about Fani Willis or Fani Willis, however you pronounce her name, because she's done the unthinkable once again. You know, this is becoming like a recurring theme with these Democrats, man, using the Lord's house as their personal soapbox, as their personal campaign stage. This stuff is disgusting. It really is. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And I think Fanny's going down. I don't care how many churches she goes to. Even CNN said it. Let's dive in.
So, good morning. Good morning. For me, it has been, well, let's just tell the truth, for a rough 3 years. But Berean is someplace that is home for me. I probably owe y'all an apology. I have 2 daughters, but I sent my most challenging one here. And she is the one that kind of made sure that I had some wisdom and was strong, and every gray hair in my head was attributed to me by her. But I sent her here, and this is a true story. I was looking for a school for this child that is challenging, and I kept going to places and not feeling love for people that could come and love a child who was going to work your nerves every day. And the instant I walked into Berean, I knew I had found the right place for my child. And I am really happy to say today she is a high school graduate. Thank God to y'all. So when I was invited here, it was really heartwarming, because to me this is family, because family helps you when you're up and when you're down. And you all helped me when I was down, having hard days, and just the love that we received here, it was just consistent and always. There are things going on recently that I won't talk about, but everybody did not embrace me during those times, and Berean has continued to embrace me. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful, Pastor, because as I watched your choir, you have a young man, and he is really grooving in here. And he is giving me all of the positive energy that Berean has had. Let me tell you something that I've learned very, very recently, because you may need this lesson as well. You know, people keep sending me scriptures, and I appreciate those scriptures, but different people from all different walks of life keep sending me this one scripture, and I don't think I ever really heard it till maybe 2 days ago. People send you stuff, you read them, they just kind of become things you recite, but you don't really think about what they say. The script.
What she just said right there made no sense. She didn't really hear about it until 2 days ago. And listen to the scripture that she recites. Like, you didn't hear about this one until a couple days before you went to this church? Like, come on now, really? Y'all gotta hear the, oh my goodness. Yeah. Load of crap.
But you don't really think about what they say. The scripture they keep sending me is, no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
You just heard that a couple days before you went to church? Really? Really? So either you don't read the Bible at all, or aren't religious at all, okay, or you're lying. One of the two. I think you're lying. But that's just me. Who am I?
I need y'all to hear me, though. They did not say the weapons will not form. And that's the part I didn't hear until recently. Just because they won't prosper, it doesn't mean that they won't form. Even if you feel like everything you are doing in your life is the right thing, and you're making mistakes all along the way, but you're trying, you should not think that those weapons will not form. The other lesson that I've learned in this 3 years is God ordains those weapons. He puts those weapons in your life to form against you. And if you really understand him, you become in your maturity to understand he does it for a reason. And it's to grow you, and it's to make you stronger, and it is to prepare you. And so my only request from this family today is, this is a really hard job I'm trying to do. And I am an imperfect human being, but I can literally feel the people who loves me's prayers.
We know you're imperfect. Pleading for sympathy now, huh? Yeah. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
If just every now and again you'll throw my name in a prayer, God hears his children. I would very much appreciate that. So I thank you for this honor today, because it is an honor worth having when it comes from a group of people such as the people that worship here. So thank you.
Yeah. What a shame, right? What a shame. What a shame. Sad. It really is. You know, going to speak in the Lord's house to garner sympathy for some terrible things that you, oh, woe me, guys, woe me. They caught me, and now they're taking me and putting me on trial. Oh, such a shame. I don't think she's going to wiggle out of this one, guys. I really don't think she's going to wiggle out of this. And as I said earlier, well, I'll just play a couple of these clips. Check it out.
Quite frankly, let's just put the seriousness up front, because we could be comedic about this all we want. As a former prosecutor and defense attorney, the fact that we are watching this unfold, not on Jerry Springer, but on national TV in a prosecution of the presidency of the United States, this has been a degradation of the judicial system for a decade, if not more. That she has been allowed to conceal improper activity and conduct, to include money going her way from the taxpayers, all the while prosecuting the very target of her campaign funding source, shows you the depravity and intentions at which she brought this prosecution, which is completely baseless. And I got to give the judge credit on this one down here. He was magnanimous. There would have been a million times where I would have lost it, either as defense counsel or the other, or someone in his seat. And I think and I hope that inures to the benefit of justice, because there is no other decision here than to remove her not only from the case and throw it out, but have her and Wade and Willis disbarred immediately from ever doing this type of conduct again.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. Hey, I mean, if you guys remember, she literally campaigned on not having sex with coworkers. Yeah. And then she turned around and did that exact thing that she accused the previous guy. I don't recall his name, but the previous guy allegedly, was having sex with employees, and she said that she wouldn't be doing that. And turns out that's exactly what she was doing. But one thing that I've always said that I'm jealous about when it comes to Democrats is they always stick together. They always stick together. We Republicans have yet to accomplish that, even when we disagree, right? I think there are certain situations and circumstances where we should at least put on the face that we're one in all of our thinking. Because that's what Democrats do. And it honestly works. It works. They all say the same thing. It doesn't matter if they believe it or not. They're going to say it, because that's what everybody's saying, right? Now, when you have Democrats breaking ranks and going against the narrative, you know you're in trouble. Check out what CNN had to say.
Did you find the questions effective in terms of getting at evidence, if it is there, to support these allegations?
Not really. I mean, I think there were things they could have pushed a lot harder on, and maybe a little delved into specifics a little bit more, especially when we start talking about things as nebulous as cash payments, and there's no way to track it. And how much cash was paid? What did you really just pay for the $150 to negotiate the taxi, or was there? How would you do with the $4,000 you took? I think they could have pushed that. I also thought that, it just was not credible. It reminded me of watching a criminal defendant take the stand. They don't have to do that. And you see it, and you can tell that the defendant thinks that they're smarter than every lawyer in the room. And it just becomes a train wreck. And so that's sort of how I felt it just went off the track.
When you
Becomes a train wreck. Interesting.
say it wasn't credible, are you referring to the testimony Are you referring to the testimony, or are you referring to the line of questioning?
To the testimony. I thought that there were things that, he was going to her house and visiting her alone some number of times years before she claims, or a year before they claim they were dating, right? That strikes me as a little bit odd. I mean, and not a big deal, but was she entertaining other members of the prosecution team? No, it was just him. Nobody was there to see it. They want to talk about the credibility of the lady at the DA's office who testified, the witness that predates the relationship. She had as much of an axe to grind as they do, and probably they have more at risk than she does. So when the judge weighs out credibility, who may have a reason to lie, who has a reason to tell the truth, and which one seems to be more believable, I have a hard time just thinking about a DA paying everything in cash. Nothing wrong with cash, but it's convenient right now.
Very convenient.
The trial in New York, I mean, it's a check, right? We're looking at,
Yeah.
It wasn't cash shuttled around on the table. This is just cash money somebody's claiming. And then the visits there, and sort of the indignation, I just didn't think it did her much good. Her indignation would have seemed a lot more sincere had she come out about 2 months ago. But remember, even as she is there saying, wanting to get to the truth, and she's shaking the documents and the court filings around in front of everybody, her office is fighting everything. They're fighting every witness subpoena. They don't want the records to come in. She's refusing to let bank records and other things come in. They're hiding behind the privilege from his divorce lawyer, who they're claiming was a friend, but maybe a divorce lawyer, so we really shouldn't have to say anything. And we've still got this string of texts that Mr. Bradley had with one of the defense lawyers, Ms. Merchant. Let's see what those texts say, because apparently, and she told the court, I've got information where he says this happened before. So if that's another witness, let's see it. Let's let Mr. Wade and Ms. Willis let us see that.
Yeah. Let's see. Train wreck, according to CNN. You're in trouble, Fani. You're in some big trouble. It's going down. It is going down in spectacular fashion. It seems like 2024 is shaping up to be a great year. Fantastic year. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now granted, we're still early. It's still early. Still very early. So I guess I better watch my words here. Things can take a turn for the worse at any moment now. But, in terms of the Trump cases, seems like these things are backfiring one by one, right? Now, I know the ruling was just against Trump with the $355 million, blah, 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 blah. But in light of that, Trump released a sneaker, sold out. Trump, the merger got approved, which is reported to net Trump an extra $4 billion here soon. So that net worth is going to see a spike here very shortly. Okay, so $355 million to $4 billion, chump change. All right. This Fani Willis case, seems like that one's going down the drain too, right? And we're going to get into some of these other cases as well. There's some issues that are popping up with them as well. So, hey, Trump 24, baby. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Anyway, y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.